In this video, we're going to finish taking a look at my huge LEGO Ninjago minifigure collection, full of unique, rare and expensive minifigures, including some of Ninjago's coolest villains, so stick around until the end. Let's go! So the next row following what we looked at last week is the Avatar suits from Ninjago Season 12 in 2020, and not Avatar as in tall blue people or children with arrows on their heads, Avatar as in sick gaming avatars, because these are from when they went inside the video game Prime Empire. Lloyd, Jay and Kai's suits all came inside their arcade pod sets, which is why they look super unique. I don't really like Lloyd's mohawk though, and Zane, Cole and Nya all appeared in the Gamers Market, and Zane is the absolute best figure here because his avatar is based on Zane's pink suit from Season 1, something us fans have been on our knees begging LEGO for about 8 years, and I can't be the only one who thought that we'd never get this. When it comes to releasing overdue and much wanted Ninjago figures, LEGO is about as reliable as an insurance company, yet on rare occasions like this they will indulge us. It is also worth mentioning that this isn't even actually Zane, it's meant to be a Prime Empire player wearing a Zane skin, which doesn't matter at all, I just thought I'd say that. And Cole and Nya are the weakest two here because their suits weren't even in the show, but I appreciate that they included them anyway. Then there's the row of suits from Ninjago Core. Anyone else remember that? It's already been 2 years since the last wave of that weird sub-theme, and there's still certain sets from that wave that I see on shelves in 2025. I like the Core suits, they're certainly a very colourful bunch.
You're a colourful bunch.
They never fail to remind me of Skittles, though I imagine that if I were to eat these, the rainbow would not taste too good. This is followed by the Forbidden Spinjitzu suits, which are just the Season 11 armour suits but with a new hood piece that looks awesome. These figures were distributed throughout Season 11 sets for you to collect like Infinity Stones, and they even came with their own unique Spinjitzu pieces as well. They do not come equipped with shoulder pads though, unlike the rest of the figures that season, but the mask piece can still accommodate the armour. As you can see, I have given it to 3 of them already. The next row on here is a bit of a mix and match, because as I have whined about lots before, LEGO has some kind of aversion to making completed sets of ninja suits, ever since around 2018. 3 unique figures exclusive to the gimmick sets became the norm for a while there, though nowadays that number has been reduced to literally 1 exclusive figure per wave of gimmick sets, but that's a topic for another video. So the figures here are the Core Spinner suits from 2022 as well as the Dragon Power suits from 2023. I love the way all of these look. I think the translucent arms on the Dragon Power figures and the translucent flames on the Core Spinner figures are the most notable features. Of course, the rest of the team members for each of these suit groups would be fantastic, but do I really think that's going to happen? No. Similarly, the following row consists of some more very limited suits, the Spinjitzu Slam outfits from 2019 and the Spinjitzu Burst outfits from 2020. Now there are actually 4 Spinjitzu Slam suits, however I only have 3 currently, so they fit nicely in front of the Burst suits, of which there are actually only 3. And you'll notice that behind them are the Rising Dragon Strike suits from 2024, and the reason that they are up here is because I'm actually out of space on the shelf where this display goes. Like I said before, it is frustrating how many different sets of suits there are with its only 3 or 4 figures. It would be amazing to see 6 spinner sets released every year with matching exclusive outfits. In fact, 9 would be even better now that we have Aaron, Wildfire and Sora, but that would probably do horrific things to the budget Ninjago gets every year. Still though, if LEGO wanted to, they totally could. Continuing the theme of random suits paired together, the next row is the Air Jitsu row, with Mech Pilot Cole, Golden Lloyd and Samurai Lloyd thrown in there. Now for a little context first, Kai, Cole, Jay and Zane all got Air Jitsu suits in 2015, and then Lloyd and Nya got them in 2016. This is one of the rare cases where there are actually a full set of 6 suits for the team. I just do not have Lloyd, Nya or Cole. However, at the time of writing, I have an Air Jitsu Cole on the way, and if it arrives by the time I film this, I'll include a clip of me putting him on the display. However, knowing Australia Post, it will probably arrive here around the time Dragons Rising Season 15 is out. Mech Pilot Cole and Samurai Lloyd are up here because they're so unique that they really have no proper home anywhere else, and Legacy Golden Lloyd is just here temporarily. This is followed by the movie suits, which are a full complete set. Wu's even there this time, and I think that they look great, but I didn't really know where to put them, hence why they're at the end of the stand. And the very last row here consists of the Dragonflyer suits from 2018. This is the only time that it makes sense that the whole team didn't get suits, because Lloyd and Nya weren't with the main 4 and Wu at that point in the show, so I can kind of get behind it. You'll also notice that the Spinjitzu Master suits from 2018 are missing because the sets that they appear in are really hard to find for some reason. There's also probably a bunch of random exclusive figures and such that aren't present here, but I think most suits are represented at least once. And that's the end of the minifigure stand, but far from the end of the figures, because there's some more ninja related stuff next that we need to look at, and then the villains after that. So I can't forget about the dragon form suits, which are on this shoddy little stand I whipped up the other day, because their wings are obnoxiously large. Then there's the 10th anniversary figures with all present except for Zane, because I never got the Legacy Sonic Raider, and towering above them is the OG Golden Lloyd, my favourite Ninjago minifigure ever. I realise this looks weird, I will eventually make all of these figures a proper display stand though. And then there's a row of assorted rare Ninjago figures. Not all of the rare ones in the collection are present here because they're in other areas, but these are just the valuable ones that didn't really fit anywhere in particular, because these are definitely collectibles for adults and not children's toys.
You are a toy!
There is also a little stand for Aaron, Sora and Wildfire's suits, with only 2 rows at the moment, but more will be added very soon, even though it looks like Wildfire will remain in this outfit for quite a while. There's also the exclusive builder minifigure Aaron and Sora heads and torsos just kind of sitting over here. So I think that's it for the ninja suits and all that, so let's move on to the villains. Over the last year or so, I've been working hard to try and complete not only my ninja suits collection, but also the villain collection as well. Starting with the Skulkin, which I had 0 of at the beginning of 2024, but now I have at least 1 of all 8 Skulkin. The only one not present here is Whiplash, though I do have him in a sealed spinner which I'll probably open eventually, but if we hold it like this, we can just pretend that he's on here. My 2 favourites have to be Samakai and Chopov. I love the wacky design of the former and I love the helmet on the latter. Then there is the Serpentine stand, which showcases 16 of the 17 Serpentine seen in Season 1 sets. Try saying that 10 times. The only one missing is the original version of Pythor, but I absolutely love these guys. The Serpentine have to be my favourite villainous faction out of all of Ninjago. This row is followed by the Stone Warriors, with the original, Day of the Departed and Legacy versions of the Stone Scout, Swordsman and Kozu up here, except I do not have the 2016 Kozu sadly. The original Kozu, however, is a very recent addition. You may have seen my post last week where I showed you that my brother got the Garmatron and I got the Nindroid Mech Dragon, which added some very nice figures to the collection. There's the very small Nindroid stand here with the original and Legacy versions of each type, except for General Cryptor, even though Legacy Cryptor is literally just the Nindroid Warrior but with shoulder pads. The Season 4 shelf also has Pythor on it for whatever reason, he shouldn't be on here, but it showcases each Anacondrai cultist as well as the Capeless Chen, Klaus, the Legacy Izor and Chop Rai. Obviously not every Season 4 villain, just most of them. And that's the last of the villain rows actually, but I promise I will continue with more at some point in the future. Though we do have a little collection of Garmadon figures here on some minifigure stands, like Pilot Garmadon, the Season 1 version of Garmadon, the Legacy version, Sensei Garmadon from Season 3, Resurrected Garmadon, and Crystallized Garmadon. Movie Garmadon is also chilling up on the Ninjago City docks, sorry for the poor lighting up here, though it is unfortunately not the super cool movie Garmadon with the robe piece. And now's a good chance to talk about the rest of the non-ninja or villain figures, who are all just hanging out on their respective sets. For example, all of the city civilians are on the city sets. Once again, sorry, the lighting is terrible over here. Same for like the Elemental Masters, who are all on Tournament Temple City. And very lastly, we have these spinning case things with all of the extra figures sorted roughly by season, emphasis on roughly. As you can see, the recent seasons compartments are substantially more full ever since I've been collecting every new Ninjago set. There's also a Minecraft level because we love LEGO Minecraft, don't we? And I think that about covers every Ninjago figure in this collection. This video will be absolutely outdated by the time I release it because the collection is always growing, and I've got my fingers crossed that I can finally acquire the brand new Ninjago sets for next week's video, since it will be February when this releases. Thank you to everyone who watched this series, and check out the first 2 parts if you have yet to. That's been all for today folks, have a great day and see you next week.